Hello and welcome. My charts version 1.4 is out, and I think this is very important to show you guys this feature that I added in the absorption scan right here. Okay. What is the absorption scan? What does it do? Well, we're trying to create a chart that absorption zones will be easily visible. Okay, that means a lot of volume. It's on these zones, and this is an alert for us. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how this is done with absorption scan. Okay, and how you're going to draw the rectangles and figure out how to read the chart. All right, the first thing we'll do, currently we have a balance chart. Okay, that's not an absorption chart. Okay, but even from that chart, you can see very easily what happened to Bitcoin right here. This chart has created all this volume over the weekend, and Bitcoin started going up. And now we see on the pullback, which is a fib probably. Yeah, exactly on fib. Again, we get volumes coming in, and Bitcoin is going up. So let's see how the absorption works. This is a balance chart. Okay, I need first to set up the K number. What is the K number? It's the overflow. Okay, what does the overflow do? It will try to make bars of the same size to fix clusters with high volume and clusters with low volume. So depending on your instrument, this can be 2, 3, 4, or 5, somewhere around there. So I will leave it at 4. Anyhow, I will not, I will run this, so I will just leave it at 4 and hit the key. I will put, for example, my style to be uh, uh, within the day trader in here. All right, so and I will just a button and it will start generating. All right, since it generates, it's going to take some time, but I don't mind waiting because I'm making money out of this. So let me show you how an absorption chart looks like, okay, after it's finished. So let's go to Ethereum, okay, and this is what I'm going to do. As you can see, some of these volumes are concentrated, almost the same size. This is absorption, okay? This is high absorption areas, all right? So look how visible that is. You can trade this without even an indicator, all right? I will create the 5 rectangles and I will just moving them. Okay, I will move the first here. Now, it doesn't matter, okay, if you put it on price or you put it directly on volumes, okay? It just takes automatically whatever the price is above it. So let me put it right here, okay? And then I see some huge volumes coming down here. Why? Why? Because it's a support zone. All right, let me draw the support zone for you. Support, where is my rectangle? What happened? Disappeared. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. That's the support zone. Okay, right here. So let me zoom in. Okay. I need to put my rectangle because I will need it. Where are you? Right here. Okay. So this is coming a support zone. Okay. And look at the volumes coming in. So I will put my rectangle on these volumes. Okay, I can start when I see the high volumes coming in. So from here to here, or even down to here. Okay, then the volumes start going down. All right. And as you can see, the volume ratio, which is the first number, let me put it further down so you can see the numbers. okay, the volume ratio and the absorption ratio are quite high, are more than 100%. All right, so that means on the move down, we have a lot of volumes. It's also visible, and we're going up. And this will happen, huh? We broke. So this is an area of high clustered volume. Okay, now the next rectangle, I can put it anywhere I like. For example, up to here. All right, and then the next one. Where do I see rectangles? When do I see high volumes? Right here. Okay. If I want to be exact, I can just go down here and put it exact on the volumes. And as you can see, these are selling volumes. Okay. Right there, we started selling. But here we got more volumes coming in. All right. And they started from here, I would say. Okay, it hasn't finished, but it looks to me that we are going long on Ethereum, okay, because this is a pullback. Let's see what kind of pullback it is. Is it a fib? I don't think so. Let's see if it's a fib. Yeah, it touched the fib, so this is where buyers started coming in, okay, and we start breaking up. So this is probably a long trade. Now, this is how to use the rectangles. So the rectangles are measuring the volume ratio and absorption from one to the other, okay. So this one, for example, if I want to put a low volume area, okay, you see it's 66. We are low volume up here, so we retraced, then we get high volume. That means pullback buyers. Okay. Now let me show you on odd CAD what happens. So this is crypto. Let's go to Forex, which I have already drawn my. By the way, I can draw more rectangles, not only 5, and I can put them anywhere I like. So they measure from one to the other in series, always. Okay, I can put them on the tops, I can put them on the bottoms. What I do, basically, put them on the high clusters and low clusters. The volume is directing me where to put them. Okay, so let's look at odd cut. Look how visible that is, okay? We're coming down, I have drawn my rectangles. Look at this high cluster area. This is a high cluster volume area. Okay. From this down move, it's 50%, 56% more volume ratio and 75% more absorption ratio from here to here. Okay. So this is probably a buy. Why? Okay. This is a fib area. Okay, buyers came in on the fib area. Simple as that. Okay, everything aligns. So this is buying. So pullback, high cluster here. Now, there was some high cluster here. Okay, we never broke this support. So more buying. Then at the top, where are we now? Now, this is going to be a trade for tomorrow. Okay, at the top, we went very fast, okay, without volume. And then we see this. This is a high cluster area. Look at the volumes down here, okay? These are some very nice clustered volumes in here. And look at, I draw the rectangle, okay, and I can even go further, okay, and you see how big is the volume ratio? 57% higher than the previous move. The previous move was from here to here, okay? So from the previous rectangle to here. And and the absorption ratio at 83% more. So something is cooking. That's what I said before. Something is cooking. Okay, let's see if BTC has finished. No, it's running still for 164 seconds. Okay, but it's finishing up shortly. So let me show you the manual, how it is that you can really understand the absorption scan and the rectangles. Okay, so that's the manual. So there's an absorption trading methodology. So reading the clusters. Let me take this off. Okay. Let me show you a few classic Wyckoff examples, how you're going to see them on a cluster and the rectangles. Okay. Now, this is on the left, it's a selling climax, okay? What's a Wyckoff selling climax? It's a lot of volume coming down, then a test with a very low volume, okay? And then volume again. So this, it looks like a spring, but it's a climax, okay? So this is what you will see on your rectangles. You will see high volume ratio, high absorption ratio. Then on the down move, you will see very low, okay, VR and AR, and on the up move, breaking, you will see again high volume and absorption ratio. Now the spring, almost the same, okay, almost the same, same situation. It's also the spring, and the upthrust. The upthrust, you will see a move upwards with high volumes and absorption ratios. Also, the fake break will have high volumes and absorption ratios up here in that area, and then you start coming down. And this is on the pullbacks. Okay, so this is all documented, so you can test it. Well, let's look at the Bitcoin if it has finished. Generated, not yet. We are reaching 600, so 10 minutes a bit. So it's taking some time, but I don't mind. All right, it's finishing now though. So currently, as you can see, I'm not using any indicators for that, even though it's suggesting some, but the score and the reliability is low. So this method, it's basically designed for not using indicators, just using the rectangles. But if the indicators have a good scoring, why not? We can use them. Let's see here. Okay, as you can see here in the Ethereum, the indicators have very good scoring. The fit is 79 and the reliability is high. Okay, so what I will do is I will add MT5 14 if I can trade, if I want to trade in conjunction with the indicators. So MT5 14 and OBV. Okay, and OBV. And what does it tell me? The advisor, how to trade. It says MFI turns up from 20 to 30 support, then reclaims support resistance, and OBV is rising. Okay, that's the short, and we need to break some levels. All right, so look at that. This is what happened here, huh? OBV, MFI started turning up, and also right here, OBV started going up from the trend was up. So this is a long, okay, only from that. Then I also see this, and I go long. All right, since then, it has been all the way top, and this is, it didn't turn, this was a long too. Here, yes, we turned from 2030 up. So this is a long too, right here. So I think Ethereum will go up. All right, so let's go back to this. Still hasn't finished. Okay, 750. Come on, where are we? The date is okay. I put 2 months back. That's why it's taking such a long time. But it's finishing up. We are having 20 days to go. to finish up. He has done all the regeneration. He did about 5 passes to create the best chart possible for absorption. I will wait. Okay, 8th of July. Of course, you can understand that the time has to do with how far you put the date and how many bars back you want the indicator to score. Okay, how many passes? These are the passes: 5, 7, 200, and 200, and the date you put back. So if you can put just a month, it will be much faster. But I don't really care, because what I care is I do this once in the morning, then I monitor the charts, and I take much more reliable trades. Now then, let's look at Bitcoin. Come on. There we go. We're finishing 26th, 27th. Okay. See the clusters again. Look what happened here. Okay. Look what happened after this drop. Okay, look at these clusters. And now we came down and clusters again. All right. Here was a break. All right. These clusters. Okay, price cannot go down. And we broke up. And this is all buying, 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 buying. All right. Some pullback. Let's see if we're going to get more clusters coming down. Yeah. Not too much. Maybe we'll hit the fib. Let's see. No. You're looking at the time. 5. Okay. There we go. We hit the fib. Let's see if we're going to have any volumes coming in now. Digital history. There we go. Some volumes. That's another one. That's another one. Okay. So the cluster is forming. Let's see how it's going to go. If it's going to hold, more volumes on the moves, more clusters, and up we go. And up we go. So look at this now. So if I draw now the rectangles, even though it hasn't finished yet, okay, and I will put one on the top, all right, and one on the bottom here, all right here where the volumes come in. Let me see, okay, look at this, 175, 191. Okay, that means that move came down without volumes, and all the volumes showed up here. All right. Let me remind you that apart from these rectangles, if you want to trade and get a notification, okay, I could have done this. I could have pressed the alert zone, which is an orange box created here, put it on my clusters, wherever I like, and if it has break, if the bar before the forming one breaks the rectangle, okay, it will give me an alert. Push alert on my phone, pop-up alert here, anywhere. So this is it, guys. Absorption scan with overflow. Okay, trading with just rectangles. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.